I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
It's gonna pop up right next to me. You're all like scattered.
Nope. We're gonna play Ring Around the Rosie around here.
Huh?
Alright.
Hey, get out! Cuckoo!
Hey guys, hope you have a nice Sunday here. I have a little bit of a headache going on. We're playing more Genshin Impact. We're gonna continue Skirk's story here. And we're gonna see how far it's gonna be. We're gonna see also if we can get to main mission. Okay, fly. It's here. Actually, let's change. I would like writing some characters, so I got Aoife here. Double Aoife.
There's still a long road ahead.
Back to my mission.
Wait, this is near the chasm, right?
Hello there.
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory. Best to proceed with caution.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety.
Ah,
Oh, but, that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use.
alright. Okay. That was weird. I just saw something on my thing that shouldn't be there. Alright, trial Skirk. Skirk. I got energy with this. I'm running Pedro.
Whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful, don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Mine to wield. Hey, what are you doing? Dusty. An abandoned house. Let's press on.
Alright. Pressing on. Avoid all these crystals, just keep walking forward.
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see anything!
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason.
That was easy. Just slowly just go to one direction and it'll work. Oh, you run.
From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see.
You're right, that thing was... You found it. Me sorry.
There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwele Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive, whatever that actually means. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power.
It was up to
No.
you.
He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. Call it fate, if you want. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me a cope. Well, done gorging. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
Oh, look, it's up there.
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm still...
Another angry Conrian.
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit.
And what should we do now?
Keep calm and use reason to
Can't go full force. I think we should get out of here.
Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle.
Indeed.
You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way the...
Right.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll
Bye,
heal in no
bitch.
time. You should focus on getting out of here.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run!
What's up? Bye.
Look out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! This power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, sir?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place.
Yep.
But suspicion...
I don't know they're gonna finish before I even click it, but it auto clicks. I had to do yard work the entire day. Bit tired. Especially if your freaking riding lawnmower's broken and you gotta use the push mowers. Ugh.
I no longer sense his presence. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best.
Yeah. Homie had our run-in with that thing.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Meaning, he must have known my master.
And thought there was a reaction out of him.
Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from...
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
But what if that monster finds you? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to... So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
I don't need your depth, so well,
Fair enough.
we gotta do this.
Then take this. The bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much. I'll leave the planning to
You're the only
you.
character that does
Hurry
that.
up and
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest.
We're just gonna teleport to Boo Pharmacy. We're not gonna travel all the way there. Don't be a pain in the ass. I know how it is.
Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baishu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there!
Can I go?
This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would
Probably
go
still
something
from
like,
treasure hoarders.
I'll be collecting my paycheck now, Bob. Oh, sure thing. Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Treasure hoarders.
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble.
You heard all that?
You're very loud.
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little...
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
You whispered me some word.
Sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was...
My hair's almost ready for the cosplay.
She's a piece of work, that one.
Within 2 more
Always
weeks.
impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like...
I noticed there was only one bed.
Wait, what
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave. Whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Indeed, the bed is very comfy. Now it's morning. Tonight.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire?
For
How many
PTSD.
bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed on your...
Run, Skirk.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been...
About 60%.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take a...
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity.
Because of the spike.
I think I need to meditate for the next 2 days.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Thanks.
She did drink the tea, though. That we poured for her. Like art.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now?
Exactly, too bad.
Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
You able to lift all that food and pottery and stuff for cooking, Paimon? You're tiny. Leo. It's your mind. You must fix within. This must mean...
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold between the soul and dreams. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then.
So you can speak.
Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. Call it fate. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask, You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. Oh, you
Cliffs and
noticed.
falls.
This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience.
So it's pretty much
this
a
river is
fantasy
where all
world
the
based
fragments
on the
Skirk's
attributes
life
of a
converge
person.
into a single stream of memories and emotions. But as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times, and all she sees reflected in the river is a
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you
Arrogant
weak
Sir Loki.
and become master over your physical form.
I wonder if you fell eons ago.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
The answer to one mystery, and let's follow the river upstream.
Gonna catapult myself. Yo, mind Sealy. For Paimon. Oh, Skirk here.
I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, like meteors, you both need a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment,
Someday.
seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in the...
She introduced herself as a virus into this world. The human body virus. Like a cancer cell. Hide within the body, only released when it's most potent. Speaking of which, people, if you don't know medical science and
You now
everything,
have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more.
there goes Sir Loki. So I was saying, medical news, people don't know. Right now in the UK, it's just big news. They're doing tests, experimental runs of a cancer vaccine that they found. And it involves these people who have cancer develop these type of fat cells on their like rib above the rib cage and stuff they call brown fat. And you get that when you're like a baby, and you should usually get rid of it. So they found out that this brown fat is draining the cancer cells. So they're looking more into that and see like, if we can't fight it, why not starve the cancer cells, you know? And apparently it's been working from, you know, test subjects, but they're doing the public ones now.
No one can become a worthy
Back to
warrior
this.
through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
That's like the Void, the one in Honkai Star Rails.
Why?
I have told you before. You have tasted loss, but as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the
It was like
gift
quantum.
of fear eternal.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul, Sertologi, looked like at one point in time.
They can change
Of
forms.
course! As a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him...
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sirology is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand.
Here's the whale of the whales. Alright. Can we cross? Okay, we can cross the toxic river. We're all dying in it. Next stop.
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sirology.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good.
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. So, I will teach you everything I know.
But I don't want to draw.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, after some time, it was not that human emotion disappeared from her. We're nearly... I almost don't want to reach the end.
To the end.
These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden. This is Skirk's homeland. There was so much to discover. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their Skirk's parents. Her relatives, no one had any idea of what was to come. Skirk had skipped school that day.
The IPC.
So many times before. So she was not caught in the immediate wave of just countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives, their lives were discarded like worthless. If Sirology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too.
So why?
Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet, for that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat. And senseless, isn't it?
Just a
Deemed
speculation.
a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then no one wants to relive their... Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her.
All in the tub.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. I want someone to witness our reconciliation.
Then you must be
Her
as well.
suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind. Stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses. those discarded aspects of your past selves. I am who you used to be.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are... Don't forget. It was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place.
Even so, learning from the mistakes, strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses.
The difference is that I'm doing what is right. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling breeze.
That is the problem. On the grand scale of the entire... Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
That was the best.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength...
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
And look around. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, you lost your original motivation. Now, the only things driving you forward...
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Your emotional self isn't weak. You just make yourself more pathetic by doing that. The fact that she just spent time and broke free from her constraints to come and face you, that proves it.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, but what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need
You just survived. Your fate is beyond what we
I'm
have.
sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. I should be thanking you.
There's like a good side and a dark side. There's always there. You can never destroy it, never create it.
Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive! Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then?
Yes.
I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe.
Foolish.
He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. But that means I must defeat him. Because yes. And not just because of the gap. And although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life. I know. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most every time I hear from him. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said. Yes, I respect him. But I'm also I don't know what Master has planned. But I have to be ready. Help me?
Let's go. I once covered a table with red food, leeway food.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight.
Okay. So, hot whatever. Paimon brought back tons of
That you carry.
Alright. It's about time.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, the good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time.
Right, back. Here. I was leveling up Aoife, facing a fucking red, like, dragon pot in there. Is annoying. Ooh, turn this off. It's putting me to sleep. The fan. That's the most weirdest weather where I live. Still, it's sunny. It's bright. It's hot. It's pouring rain like it's the end of days. Oh, it's sunny, hot, right again. Just stay one weather pattern. Come on. It's getting annoying. Be one and then be the other.
The fog is gone!
Because it finally took its form.
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too?
That's what the fowl used to look like.
Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master.
Okay. Oh, Nervalette isn't here this time, so...
Indeed.
Bombs away! Training, I hope. Wipe out! Water jet!
Bam! Tail swipe. Try this again. Watch out.
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
Wait, why did it just sound like the meme there? Instead of male, huh? I heard a huh. What the? A Connorian.
Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power. Such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history.
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die.
Well, that is
Over
freaking
time, my
where
heart
families and rich people
hardened,
are back then.
and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum.
Wonder
Yet,
Conria got destroyed.
He
They
always
suck.
wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. But somewhere after his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether."
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all...
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Venifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Venifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of you...
All Venifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
That's fucked up.
Your heart? That sounds like...
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you, but that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home.
After the beating we just gave you?
Sertologi's disciple. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much
this is like
we have
nights
to
from
climb.
Star Rails.
Or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, it was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world. The joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from my blade. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. After which, all can come to an end. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose.
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through me. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now...
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, but it will be a time-consuming and painful process.
I accept. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. If we are climbers in the dark. At least.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness at the end of all things.
It's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time.
We do.
We did it! Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't... Wow! You said today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh, wait.
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously... It's not real. And yet, it is for that even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable.
Ugh. This is all going ever since we met. If it's too big a job for one person, we've met so many amazing friends.
I suppose when it comes to you. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Regardless, reunions, one without war, pain, or for this. We must all work to become strong. Goodbye, traveler.
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being... Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey.
Is that her guitar?
Ooh. Alright, bid. I don't want to do that.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Ew.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
The brew band there.
In my spare time, I spend during my journey through the stars.
She encountered Dory? All people? Alright. A mission. In not long. Hmm. And son, fun day.
Oh, to my new Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here. Oh, hey, Kochi-san. What are you doing here all by yourself? Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now. All right, got it. But seriously, what did it take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while? That would count. Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition. Oh, so you stepped in to cover their work. I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute, but more pertinently, well, yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Perfect. I managed to thank you both. That'll free me up to check the others. Sure thing! Just leave it to us!
Ugh. Say patrol, why go into the village if you actually meant to go around the outside of the village?
should go take a look, right? Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile. Why is it hiding away here?
Do not notice the environment.
It woke it up! Huh?
It runs.
It got away. Guess our reputation in Natland is more fearsome than we thought.
No, there's something left on the
You
floor.
mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. What? Paimon, take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still. What is it? You look so... Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
This is the key to hibernation chamber on the
What
spaceship.
do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Tibet?
Yes.
So, how did that key show up here? Are you... Whoa! Yeah, these look identical. So, if one of them's yours, does that mean... He knew it! Huh, the keys to a spaceship! Huh, somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, the simplest explanation is that your sister lost her key somewhere not far from here. If that's true, it means yeah.
And the Abyss as
Yeah,
well.
this is so crazy. Should we keep following this trail while it's... there you are. Looks like you went the extra... Oh, hey, Eon-san, what's up? Didn't think we'd see. We were actually just about to go meet up with you.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been canceled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties.
Wait, canceled?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first... It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
One little sect
Again?
versus the entire nation at war? Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadow.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the stadium of the sacred... Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing... Great! Then look...
Can I assist with the village first? Or do I must go? Nope, I must go. See Marvika. It's weird that I thought the Collective Plenty was west of the, capital area of Natlan. Instead of, southwest. Next to the Water Tribe. Because it did say it was far away, but it was, right next to the Water Tribe. Come on. Alright, Marvika.
Malika!
Oh? Great.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have.
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity.
Could it be... revenge, perhaps?
Seems unlikely.
It's too early to say anything definite.
How are the battles going?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. However, this is still a war. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Oh? In what way?
The Order of the Abyss Order is my sister. It is my sibling.
Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness. If you don't mind me asking,
Do you have any idea what her goal could be?
It is what I also want to know as well.
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, he's been trying to track his sister down and get some answers.
I see. So you two have fallen out.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the state...
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Matland's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right? Well, our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of... If you don't plan on staying here with me...
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty...
Many thanks, you two.
Masters of the Night wins. Roron is probably over there. Sitlani. I think I'm probably gonna end stream at 1 in the morning because I am very tired. Literally cutting the lawn and stuff between the rainstorms. Tiring. Ito nande. I went through it when it was loading. Oh yeah, by the way, people, there are some Genshin accounts that are currently need to be reported and banned. Not reported banned, but make sure you don't go co-op against these like 3 to 4 accounts currently for North America. There's like others in Asia and Europe where they're banning Genshin players because they join that person in co-op. Stranger that will break your game.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us? How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty
dire? No. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? The more I thought about it, the anger...
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so...
Hey! She's saying your sister has poor taste.
Wait, what? Are you saying his sister is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad. Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming. Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Sela.
Right.
Get to work!
One with nature.
Show no mercy! You two! Time to end them!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Phew. Much better. That's more like it. Ooh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already. If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking, why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base?
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
The warriors from the Master...
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold!
There's more.
Let's light it up!
Alright! Crush them!
I'm way ahead for you guys. Dark light candlesticks.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it.
One with wind and cloud.
If this order's resistance is faltering, now's our chance. Show no mercy! You two! Time to end them! Warriors! Attack! After them!
I'm surprised we didn't get any more.
No time to lose.
Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Night Wind!
Resist the abyss and pay the price!
Into the wind.
Show no mercy! Robin, you papa, get him!
Death looms. My time to shine. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Got it. Let's see.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
The Abyss Order's all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Night Wind. Well, whatever. I'll just have to... With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. Maybe it's just me. But an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all, but this time was different. Huh? Not sure I follow. I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals. So you're saying there's... I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at the...
Hey, back to Dante.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that, but you're right.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
Because we have private business we need to take care of, and there is some Sarkans walking around are a ghost. Yeah, we never faced any ghost monsters yet in Genshin. We seen ghosts in Genshin, but we never fight them. That's a good thing. Okay, be like that. Yep.
And we're back. Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. We've scoured the entire air. Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of... Seems kind of ludicrous. crystal.
Oh, thank goodness! Someone's here. Please help me.
Who are you?
Oh, who are you? What?
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
Yeah, where are they?
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
We're not. We're completely serious.
But how? Oh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
Where do you intend to
What's
run?
wrong with that girl? She... Oh no! It looks like something... Quick, let's see if she's okay.
Have you not seen her eyes, Paimon? This is not one needs.
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
Let's see.
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's great.
Savior?
Time to go. Falling leaves adorn my night.
Teamwork is strength.
You done? Paimon, you just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kinda funny, actually.
I can see it once I hold her hand. You're not from here.
Really?
Shall we check?
Sure. It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but...
Huh? Have you never shaken hands?
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really grateful for your help.
Deirdith? And that's how you spell it?
Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With him around,
I heard
you'll
of
be safe from
Meredith,
any
but
monsters.
Deirdith?
As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Meredith,
I could see them the whole time, so when you...
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters? Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see some, but more importantly...
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my...
Good idea! We'll take you!
Wait, is she the Hilliard that we met in the beginning of the cave that ran out?
Phew, thank you so much. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up.
Yeah! You already took a big enough risk coming...
A small village, far away from here. I walked for maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior.
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was, and there was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, the day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother begged me to leave the village, and I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw him. Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior. What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Are you dumb,
everything
Paimon?
except the gender. The savior was described as a young woman.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be her.
Who? Who is it?
It is my sister.
You have a sister? Oh, then that's it! Please, can you take me to see her?
Impossible.
Huh. Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find her.
Huh? But isn't she your sister?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for her anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
I believe that a savior always
Yes.
come.
Everyone says that the
Reading
disaster
Club, this is
inevitable.
Genshin Impact.
But the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the Savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
This order.
See? She broke eye contact. What's wrong, Deirdis? Something's clearly bothering.
Oh, I just... How should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the Savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the Savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to... If you manage to find the Savior in the...
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden.
Alright then. Well, take care.
Like, if they're cursed with immortality, I don't think they can eat.
We should definitely
Well, it
keep an
tastes
eye
like
on her.
sun.
And hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're...
Alright, back to the Masters of the Night Wind. Alright. Be attacked by the Abyssal Order and not the Abyss. So it's like a subgroup. A weaker subgroup. Alright, Hain-san, what do we have here? Situation
Oh, you're
wise.
back! How did it go?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately.
So I take it that the war's still on? That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us. And since we don't know what they're... In a word, it's a stalemate.
Huh. Really makes you...
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Oh,
Great.
since you asked.
Thanks.
Don't throw the sibling under the bus for something redundant. Satura.
Wow! Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though.
I do.
You do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Thank you for standing guard this whole...
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Be related?
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Huh. Sounds like morale is pretty high.
Right. Patalo.
Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this, like, a meet and greet?
Calm down, dude.
I wasn't... I'm so nervous.
Hey, come on!
A lot of personality in
You've
these
marched to war
NPCs
without
now.
so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one chat with our great hero, that could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How can I
Dude, I
not
just
be
saw
nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax.
Too much Mora. There we go.
Alright then. I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
Let Paimon guess. An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
Eh?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheep?
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
That is a fair request. Is it a real battle or it's just cuts? Alright.
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
Ugh, Paimon can't keep up with you.
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers.
Okay. Well,
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
as Paimon expected, nothing here either.
Alright.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentalo.
Ignore Paimon.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
Woke up for your buzz.
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face. What I meant to say is, I heard...
Yeah, that's right. Just...
I sensed something strange in my dream.
Oh.
Hard to say. I don't think it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any...
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't... No wonder the shamans of Satura called to the front lines couldn't...
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. In war, adequate planning and prep...
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Oh? Sure, what is it?
Yeah, we've seen monsters only visible
you
to
mean
certain people.
only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be... It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls.
All right, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learned...
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. Anyway, the short answer is... There are many...
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm not that old.
Care to elaborate on what happened?
We met the strange lady.
Really?
You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
It's better than, like, poking her.
That's the part that bothers you?
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise.
Ouch,
That's
ouch.
neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid.
Actually, Paimon feels like
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere. At the very least, we should remain vigilant.
Sounds sensible.
On that, Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
Teleport again.
Why holding hands? Why that specifically? Why not literally anything else?
Why not anything else? Why? Why, God? Why? Why are not why? See, let me cry out loud. She does have a crush on the Traveler. Like Ayaka. Especially Ayaka. Ayaka has a very, very dark side that I'd rather not explore. She's like Yandere-chan on Yandere Simulator, you know, if you ever played that game or had a chance to seen it, because that game is discontinued. Because the creator went way over his head.
Huh. Here we are. Dear will still be here, right?
No.
It's so quiet, though. Uh-oh. What if Yansan was right? Maybe she never intended to stay.
Moving carefully and shush.
Traveler, watch out!
Look.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was... did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
That's weird. Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or...
You already saved my life once. That's more...
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're...
What? That is the real reason. Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh, Paimon's getting...
Okay. Like the eyes kind of give it away.
I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdith. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across...
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is.
She is that Hilitro.
Hey!
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone.
You weren't in there that long.
When I was young, I used to lie in the room, and often, my mind would... But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question, to think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here. And so, if it's our destiny to live...
Is it kind of like How journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
I really treasured my world. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior, but I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma.
Yeah, go!
So, I'm going to make my world bigger. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to who knows. Maybe one day.
Yeah, one day.
I need to find the Savior, and that's the most worthwhile thing I could think of.
You know what? That's pretty cool.
Oh, sorry. I got... Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are...
Where? Oh, still
Can you see them now?
More wolves.
Paimon still can't see anything. But please, be careful.
The wind knows me. You can run, but you can't hide.
Everybody stand back.
Clouds high, the birds call. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get up? Paimon slowly. You doing all right, dear? Deirdre? Hey, it's okay.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You... spaced?
I was just...
All right. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the...
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think? All right. Deirdre will be... Huh? Deirdre?
A dream fills your mind. The cutscene, or is this something I do dream? They had a bunch of have to do dreams before.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky.
Alexandria.
Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
The fall of the Techie nation. Who believe in no gods. Arrogance, strife.
you're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, You just look quite distressed. Like, I thought if I took your hand into mine, but it didn't seem to work on you.
Oh, huh. You bet.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with... Oh, you go ahead.
Aww.
Like I can see Sumeru all the way from over here from Natlan.
Well, Dearest, there should be enough food for 3 days.
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal.
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now, dear.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean...
Ah, that's a good point. How about this? When the time comes...
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
I think I see some.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're... running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs! You don't see them? They're heading right this way!
Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
Let's see if you can see anything.
Yeah, you're right. I see them now. You were joking after all. So this is what it's like.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Well, might as well mow these ones down.
Stop right there.
Woohoo! All done!
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this.
So, any ideas on why... Oh, Paimon's getting a little... We gotta go! Bye for now, Dearest!
See ya, and please...
You must go. As the dreamy music plays. If it's so serious. I'm surprised to have like a parody Machu Picchu here.
Hey, Ansan! We're back! We ran into quite a big group near
This is
this order
supposed
just
to be
now.
freaking
Has something
old
happened at the
Natlan.
front?
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Oh, feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start.
No, we're still mustering troops. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was all... What? One person. Just a single individual. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be
It's our boy.
exaggerating to some extent, and assuming they're a neutral party.
You don't need to sweat it, Ian-san. From your description, we're honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time you showed up. Dainsleif.
It is Dainsleif. Oh, he's in the village. I wonder if his power, it's not a new power, but like, you know how Skirk is with using cryo as disguise? What if there's the same thing? Like he using that as power as a shield from his real void power. Oh well. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this...
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a...
No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reason.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that.
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. Anyway, since you're old friends...
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do.
Dude, so it's best to get that done.
Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
Cat. Janssen, yes, I will remember her name, but I will not invest more emotion that is necessary when doing citizens of the Seven. It's a matter of principle to me.
Ugh, so stubborn.
Yeah.
But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us?
Never before has seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical in a war with Natalie's. The odds are stacking firmly against them. They surely cannot be aware of something because they stupid auto thing.
But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
Yeah. What was it? Oddly stacked against them, they surely cannot be aware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one. I've been on the guess for some time, even capture and interrogate several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the wiser, and assume they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operation a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. Abyss Order is wasting a lot of his forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret ploys. If they have so been sacrificed manpower for it, I tend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they ever have anticipated. If we use the opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. The outcome is well worth our time. That's right. The ideal scenario would be destroy them before they can reach the goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like...
Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane.
And then the fight put him in a good mood. What about you? Any good news from your end?
Well, actually, we found his sister's hibernation chamber key near the collective of
So she's here in person. Observe being given this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then she also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this
Hold on. This girl called her the Saver.
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
Last time I heard the term was before the Cataclysm, and not just that, it referred to your sister then too. But who still believes in the Saber when the Cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense.
Wait, wasn't his sister called the Princess, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Well, when she was first granted the title of Princess, the Vinister King in the Tail Court Conria set about loudly proclaiming the might that she would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if, with her there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Conria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. The Saver was a celebrated title given to the princess by those who believe in this heroic. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinister King's lust for power.
Oh, sounds like the people of Conria really believed in her.
As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she's descended from pure-blood Conrians affiliated with the Curse of Immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. I explain how her people retain their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired Saver.
Ah! Paimon gets it now! So, a bit like Kaya. Except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't
If she can provide us any more valuable intelligence, it's just we shift our attention back to Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with it?
I will listen to her, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We cannot get the Abyss Order anytime to regroup. We need to feel the pain of war. Speeding up.
Is this a prank? Because I swear to
It is no prank, bitch!
Hey! Why do you sound like that?
Because you, my precious little bitch boy,
Stop it,
are
sir!
tripping balls!
No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that? Taking a neon sign discussing. Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Oh yeah, Dane never went to Fontaine. He never went to Fontaine or Inazuma.
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. The location? The Cinder City.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. And with any luck, maybe we'll find your sister there too.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've...
Big to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only gives the Abyssal Order's odds to survive.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif.
Very well. I will go there alone. Thank you for your intel, Ian-san.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be...
It's all right. I support... Huh? I admire his courage, and I believe, and even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until... Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of...
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Alright, fine, I'm coming.
Oh, for a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna...
Fine, I'm coming. Cinder City, so... yeah. Alright, clear this area. Be mine. Just, ugh. It's a pain finding all the hidden stuff in here. They were halfway done here. My body's feeling telling me to go to bed.
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlan?
These years, this order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defended the position. This will be the first chance I ever had to finally make a serious dent in our forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at the moment of notice. Run Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I take care of them while I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. And if you get to meet your sister again...
Right. Doing good. Alright, next. We'll get another chance.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Off we go!
Our flames.
Shouldn't let your guard down. I'm going in! Let's light it up! As one with wind and cloud!
It's hanging on it.
Hear ye the word of joy. Great be upon you. Truth shall set you free, and truth shall endure.
No time to lose. The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Let's light it up!
Great.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it.
Let's light it up!
Nice. Got Bennett first into straight.
Stand back!
One with nature.
Let's light it up!
You can run, can't hide.
I'll rise once again.
Oh, this thing again. Forearm one.
Twilight Sword Gainsliff. Is this really what you want?
Yes, indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So, where's the Traveler's sister then?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Gainsliff. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy. But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Your riddles tire me. The overfighting avenge is ours. At least for the moment, you know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe that you won, or you can still turn the tide of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our princess has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her Highness has achieved something far greater. For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
Restoring you guys?
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with, and then used the Loom of Fate.
What? Wait. Does this mean the attack on the master? Oh no! This
Yeah.
makes too much sense.
He is.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived, and all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainslif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Khaenri'ah restored to life.
However, there is a problem with that. Have we not faced the god of death yet? What a lot of dribble. Skirk Haver. They're just reviewing the ley lines.
Right! You still need a few steps after that. Plus, if it was really so easy, Malika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
I have one simple question. If Khaenri'ah has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you. Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
Who do you think? The lady with you?
I sense...
Oh.
Hard to say. It's like a signal that...
That is one of us. And that. Mother may going through your mind right now. Do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. Notion that Khaenri'ah has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. There's only one thing that should demand our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. Alright.
Into the wind. Adorn my...
Be baptized! Do you still not understand? You battle in vain! The Abyss Order's mission has been fulfilled!
Riptide!
Do you still not understand? You battled in vain! My body is
Couldn't let your guard down.
but I will not bring shame to the name of the Abyss!
That's all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Aerith is only potentially we have. I said, you think she might be able to revive Khaenri'ah, yes? I said my piece. I know Khaenri'ah could be revived so easily, but if it will give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. I'll stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. That your voice and attitude seems familiar. A mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. Curse him, Macheli has struck you too, then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master. Don't forget, Dainslif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
Hold on. Oh yeah, that's rain. Wait. Ah, your arrogance and malice cost you all the respect. All of my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Speak for yourself. I tend to kill you 100 times. Oh.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh?
No.
Never in all my worst nightmares have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in Abyss Order. I took into account what you did in Conrad, you soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become.
All right, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little. What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
Never thought you saved the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the princess for her betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them. But she was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her had been divided up. Yet we still despaired at her choice to leave us. Still, I believe that everything she's doing now, including her regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in her heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
I suppose they have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I would never expect you to forgive her. But you've been so generous during your time at the Night Academy as my instructor in the Black Serpent blade work. I might have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
All good deeds were clearly in the Spirit Academy's code of chivalry, yet I received Corporal Punisher being restless and brash. Such as pains me to bring up his name. Even my co-student, Sukrologi, was prosecuted for following the spirit of knighthood. He even lost limbs over Sukrologi. Didn't so note him. There's no point discussing it now, of course, but all of this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You are the master villains as you visually suppressed the next generation of knights. On a bolster your own position and reputation. What? It took hardly to admit it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is, I honestly can't remember them anymore. Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form. But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely. I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Conria we once called home.
No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So the Conrad we once called home.
You seem to remember much.
I'm not interested. I haven't neither time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient, as long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
Loom of fate, what have you done? Tell me.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete. Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age. The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories. And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to
The loom of fate is running as we speak. In a so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the looms with memories, isn't it?
Indeed. We, a people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future, will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
Ooh, G-storms. So as supposed to come in, you look for assistance from your mortal enemy who has sworn to hunt you down?
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
Ooh.
Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most. We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price.
So the true goal, to lure me here, guide me as a state of meditation, accessing my memories. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army? That strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're giving everything you have on the Loom of Fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the Loom of Fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Conria is complete!
Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay for any price for memories, did you not? I guess prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. Hope it was worth it. Like, alright, time to die again. 100 more. Stab you through the heart. Yep. But this is I'm ending stream because it's the T-storms. Safety. Come on. Alright. Glad I got the yard work done before this T-storm came in. It'd be a flood and massive freaking like overgrown grass everywhere.
It's Judith! Great! She's still here!
Like how you keep running when it's like trying to load in. Alright, there it is. What's wrong? The god of death. This could be the catechism. There it is, right? She really
We're
is.
not from the same world, are we?
No, I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I'll carry on looking for her. Although, I've already found my savior. It's you. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your... So, is there anything you can give me? That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
Memento. From the beginning of this quest.
Huh? What is...
Is this her future? If this is her fate, give the key to Dyrith? Give the key. That's what happens. Azeroth the ruler time must have a hand in this. Celebrated in the meeting could have taken place. He knew of it. Well, he knew the ending. I must have been curious about the event that led to it. The Gaston first began 5 years ago. I, as a princess of Conria, was preparing to do my part to fight back with all my might. But then this girl, Dyrith, she found me. The irony was that as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news for you. I was stunned. I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me, then showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. She actually did it. We've been separated ever since I awakened to that. I searched the whole planet, found no trace of you anywhere, and she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extreme difficult decision. Desperately want to see you again, but Conria was equally in desperate need of my help. So I abandoned this nation looking for you. Like a freaking K-drama shit. I do no matter what I choose. I regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steel myself against the guilt and want to see you. And then I went to find you. You're still in hibernation. Even the key to chamber is still secure in your position. Then 3 keys existed then. Couldn't make sense of what I was seeing. And there's no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. We are now in an intersection in our memories. Question haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. Some action 500 years ago in the future sets everything in motion. Are you mock me, Azeroth? I'm primeval god of time. Have you done what you set out to do? Not yet. I had taken a very important step. Now the ley lines of Conria are complete. My Tevat ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added. Existing ones cannot be replaced. I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter Night Kingdom, to negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Fortunately for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. Still, I see the Lord of the Night's permission to activate the Loom of Fate. Using an intervat at space, I was able to grow a film based on the Conria of 500 years ago, posing its over present-day Natlan space-time. Supervision has allowed you and Derek to cross paths. It's a symmetry. After that, new Conria was enriched with the memories of the old Dawn from the Abyssal Order memories in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw material, the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I hold in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. This is the product of the Loom of Faith, floating within the entire network of new Conria ley lines. With this, nation once known as Conria can rise once more. One day, I can find a suitable location for it. Why is reviving Conria very important for you? Is it because of the guilt? When I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. It was only after I served as their princess for many years I slowly began to remember everything, including you. So your memory was erased. But recovering old memories and similarly erased the part of my life I spent in Conria. I see it as my second home. That's why guilt weighs on heavily on me. Even so, it only contributes to part of my motive. More importantly, I wish to speak with the Heavenly Principle as an equal. I will need the might of the entire world behind me. I know you always wanted to change fate, we both do, but this time I won't let you succeed. I not miss a chance to reunite with you 500 years ago in the past, no matter what. I don't know why. By the way you're talking, it doesn't sound like you at all. I mean, this whole thing, your plan, what does it have to do with us? All along, it only ever been us. Goodbye, Ether. We will begin anew at the end of your journey. They had a crow symbol on it. So it has to be near Seshnaya then.
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you! The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot.
Same time.
I think I got the gist of what happened.
Huh? You met your sister?
We had a long talk.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well...
What your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
I never expect that.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me. During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain. Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You're not the only one.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition?
No idea.
Huh. Alright, well, let's not I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. Don't you agree, Traveler? Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
Something else I need to go first.
Huh?
Eon-san, leave him be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
I'm gliding. The Traveler? Just me, just like I have ice cubes on my feet, just. Something's happening in Leeway. Huh? I was like, wait, what? Something's happening in Leeway. Yeah, I do have Skirk. I already finished her story quest. Alright. Which is happening in Leeway?
Yeah. Something's definitely off here. Look at all that spooky smoke around the ley line deposit over there. Looks like the Millelith have set up camp to deal with this. There's soldiers and fortifications everywhere. Yeah, let's fight side by side with the Millelith and send those monsters packing.
Halt, you two. There's danger up ahead. I'll have to ask you to turn back. No, wait. I think I recognize you. Are you Sergeant Traveler?
Why didn't I become a sergeant in Leeway? My audio sounds a bit weird. How about now?
What the heck? Have you been doing night shift in the Millelith while Paimon's asleep?
I'm Feng Jin, leader of this Millilith platoon. Staff Officer Su Ding has mentioned you before, and had nothing but praise for your extraordinary talents. Our reports also list you as an honorary knight in the Knights of Favonius, granted captain-level authority in times of crisis. Therefore, it seems only appropriate to address you as Sergeant.
Well then, I am Captain in Mondstadt, Sergeant in Liyue, Fish Knight Captain in Inazuma, First Sage in Sumeru, Freedom Bringer of Fontaine, and Hero of Hope in Natlan. Any more hero titles out there?
But now that introductions are out of the way, let's get back to business. Please, come with me. We should meet with Lady Yuheng.
Wait, Kuching's here too? Huh. This situation must be more complicated than we thought.
Lady Yuheng, as you predicted, the Traveler and his second-in-command are here to see you.
Here's new voice actor for Keqing.
Good work, Feng Jin.
She sounds a bit off, but yeah, you can tell.
It's been a while, you two. I see you're still chasing danger. The news has barely gone out, and here you are, first at the front line as ever.
She seems more like repose in this voice than more like time for action kind of things.
Let me start by giving you a brief background of the situation. For many years, this ley line deposit has been very stable. However, for reasons we've not yet determined, it recently became unusually active, which has led to an alarming surge in monster attacks. Worse still, eliminating the monsters seems to have no effect. The ley line disturbance remains, and anyone who comes into contact with it is transported to a strange domain. This is the first time we've seen this sort of anomaly.
Yikes! That's really weird. And shouldn't you guys be calling for more backup? There's no way a camp this size can withstand an otherworldly invasion.
Yeah,
please don't worry,
same thing.
Paimon. Our defenses are as stable as can be, and all units are elite officers who have served in the Guili Plains. Still, the longer this garrison stays up, military action should be taken with precision and prudence.
That makes a lot of sense. Sitting around and waiting for...
Yes, which is why Yelan has taken a team to infiltrate and investigate the domain. They should be back in a few hours with the intel we need.
It does feel like Keqing just like matured into like strategic young lady than like, you know, like teenager sounds now. Few hours. I'm sorry. I would have taken my life. I know that Lady Yuheng wanted to catch up with Eugen in private.
Ah! Why'd you have to sneak up on us like that, Yelan?
You're back early. I'm guessing things didn't go according to plan.
Well, there's good news and bad news. Good news is we have a rough idea of what's going on. In short, the anomalies have etched the past ley line disturbance by examining on-site samples and cross-checking them against our war records. So confirmed ley lines are currently reenacting major historical battles inside the domain, since the monsters that managed to split out. But maybe we might see some old Liyue gods that died. D-Luke. Oh yeah, you guys don't know about D-Luke.
That explains why the ley line
He's been a little bit of a hypocrite, the voice
actor. It was way
actor.
just like it back then, too. Big and red and plump. Huh. Like a juicy apple ripe for the picking.
I see what you're doing, Eugen. Making light suggestions signals the person to hire you that you want to take them seriously. They need to make you a serious offer, but don't worry, we won't disappoint you on that front.
You're starting to lose Paimon a little.
And the bad news, Yelan? Give it to us straight.
Sure, as you know, Sith Leon disturbance differs from previous cases, and defeating monsters here in the outside world will not suffice. You need to go deep in, or... Alright. Guess I'm the
So
only
to summarize, we have two options. Option 2 is to send the Traveler inside the domain with a team of troops to eliminate the disturbance at the source. Understood. I'll prepare for both courses of action.
But that means we also gotta do it in Inazuma then. It's Sumer and Fontaine.
I'll need to contact Ningguang and request additional funding for our defenses. At the same time, I'll reach out to the Kayang to discuss manpower. We need to get our troops on rotation as soon as possible.
Hey, isn't this the part where you're supposed—
Sorry, but peacekeeping in Liyue is a duty that belongs to the Millelith and the Qixing. It's my role as commander to keep my officers from taking on unnecessary— Plus, I don't want you taking this on all by yourself, so if you don't want to get involved. Meanwhile, I'll have scouts keep up the intelligence, of course, if you do wish to participate, and once the leyline disturbance has been brought under control, I will review your record and compensate you accordingly.
Well, for both reasons, professional, personal.
Too. Plus, we don't need to worry about being shortchanged.
That looks like determination to me. I like what I see. Yelan, tell your...
Not so fast. I need time to think this too. The situation inside it's constant fluctuation, so we can't go rushing in. We need to time it just right. We have Anjin over there, Xiyong. Any other named soldiers? Is there any other named soldiers here? Nope. Just those two. Alright.
Keep your eyes peeled and your blades ready. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Remember, whenever the situation takes a turn. With that said, I await your triumph.
Yeah! We'll be back with...
This is the event one. It is the event one that I told to ignore, that I'm ignoring. Let's see, rewards for this, fires. Well, I'm just gonna do normal then. Do one, and then we end the game, end our stream, because it's late. I'm very tired. Alright. So it's pyro. Most advantage here. So just go full out. This is cryo pit. Alright. This is one of the events that will get anybody who are cheating in the game out. It's a trap. It's a honey trap.
Light it up! Full throttle! Wrath from the sky!
Thanks. Like, I am not getting the fancy ass rewards for a skin of a weapon for a 4 or 5 star for like 3 days left or whatever. It's like, it's not worth it. If it's tournament, then it's a different thing.
Neutralize! Let's light it up!
Done. It's level 40 with level 80. Of course, it's gonna be fast. Really, if you need to put Conria, put it in like the area that's all ocean. You know?
Transfiguration! My will embodied. Fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath of Eastling. Hear the echoes of the valley. Bring it. Extinguish power.
Alright. I'll probably just get that off cam. I have like 1.5 acres of yard work today with a push mower. It's like 98-degree heat. So I sweated. I sweated. Okay.
This domain is messed up. No wonder even Yelan found it dicey. Which major historical battle do you think is being reenacted here? Feels like one where most soldiers would be way out of their depths.
Dark War?
Hopefully not. Surely not, right?
Ah, you're back.
Unless you're guessing to try and return portal?
Sure is. But
Incredible. You did.
We faced them before. Ancient domain, there was sharp drop in stray monsters out here.
Which means you've weakened the monsters as well. Now any rank-and-file soldiers can comfortably fend them off.
It'll take time
why
to
do you
conquer it.
sound weirdly excited about this? Don't go getting too bloodthirsty.
What do I have evil? What is this emote that I want for the chat?
Oh, one other thing. We received a response from Yujing Terrace. Both the Tianxuan and the Kaiyang have agreed to establish. Thanks to your tireless efforts, moving forward, you'll have the full while the disturbance remains active. The Millilith will take care of any monsters that escape from the domain.
Oh. Anyway, where were... Oh yeah. Ley lines are pretty fast, or who knows? Maybe one day we'll run into some smart cookie who hands us a big thick book called Everything You...
Yeah, 5 days. I'm not doing the other things. Crazy. Look at all this. Like, yeah, only 2 people did it. I ain't doing much of that one. It was pretty tiring. Alright. Change screens here. Alright guys, I'm gonna head out for the night. I will post the upcoming streams of first week of July, since tomorrow's last day of June. I'll post a schedule for this week for it, and then I will also see if I can manage to stay awake more, because I had a bad, like, it was yard work, but it was like a crazy workout and stuff. That trying to fix a fucking electric riding lawnmower that doesn't work is a problem. Yeah, we're gonna end our stream here. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Hope you all have a nice night. Bye, and stay safe from the heat and crazy rain. Good night, everyone. See you, Simon, son. Night.